Hello everyone, how's it going? It's been a minute since I've done any reviews, so please pardon my rust here as I try to start this old thing up once again. How did this used to go? Let's see. You want to talk some Multiverse of Madness? Then let's get to it!
Multiverse of Madness. It's not so much about a multiverse of madness, but a mom that's gone mad using the multiverse. Multiverse of Madness. M-O-M. It's Mom. Doctor Strange versus Mom.
Alright, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Directed by Sam Raimi, the Evil Dead Spider-Man OG steps up to the plate and says, "You want a Marvel movie? Oh, I'll give you a Marvel movie like you've never seen! Shapow!" That was like him hitting the ball with the bat, like hitting a home run or something. I don't know, it's me being excited. Shapow! And this movie literally hits the ground running, packed with magic, action, horror, suspense, and arguably the most violent sequences the MCU has ever dared to give their audience. This story centers around the new character named America Chavez, who has the ability to travel to different universes, and who is, surprise, being hunted by the Scarlet Witch. Some have said this movie should have been rated R, and although I don't really agree with that statement, I think it's fair to say that it is because this movie pushes the limits at times and takes some pretty shocking turns that would otherwise really freak out a more timid audience. Wanda is vicious and terrifying, and Doctor Strange goes to some very dark places. But if you know Sam Raimi, and you've seen what he can do, this movie is really tame as far as Raimi violence goes. As for MCU violence, yeah, this might scare your precious babies.
So did you like the movie?
Not so much at first.
I'm sorry, what?
As usual, after the second viewing, I really appreciated the film way more. It's almost like obsessing over every little image in a trailer and deciding what you think a movie is going to be can have a distracting effect when you're actually watching the movie for the first time. Gotta stop doing that. Anyway, bottom line, I thought the movie was cool. Is it a must-watch kind of movie? I hate to say this, but after watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, right before Multiverse of Madness, if I had to pick one to recommend, All at Once wins the must-watch multiverse flick category. I'm sorry, it's just really good, so I really recommend that movie. But if all you care about is the MCU, then you're going to be totally happy with Multiverse of Madness. So that's my basic review. As Nacho Libre would say, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What'd you think about Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange is kind of the same as he always is in this movie. I didn't really exactly worry about him at any point. But they do bring back his love interest, Christine, to give him a little more emotion that we can talk more about later. But I like Doctor Strange. I really like getting to see the other versions of Doctor Strange the most.
Did you like America Chavez?
As someone who doesn't know the first thing about America Chavez, my first reaction was her name is America? That's not confusing to anyone in this universe? We're just gonna double up on names? Okay.
Hello, Captain America. Meet America Chavez. Hello, Captain America. It's good to meet you. You too, America Chavez. Captain Carter, meet Captain Marvel. Hello, Captain Marvel. It's nice to meet you. You as well, Captain Carter. Hey, my name is Miss Marvel. Nice to meet you, Miss Marvel. I'm Captain Marvel. This is Captain America. And this is America Chavez.
I just know that's gonna be a scene someday, and it'll probably be really funny, but for now, I was confused because I'm just a dumb casual. Other than that, I thought America was likable. She has some goofy lines here and there, but in terms of an introduction to a new and very likely important future character, I thought she was cool. So I like America.
What about the multiverse?
The movie leans more on the madness part than exploring the dangers of the multiverse travel. That was one of the things I was expecting more of. They have this really elaborate sequence with America and Strange falling through multiple universes, and that was really well done. I just couldn't help but think about the Spider-Verse 2 trailer, you know? It just felt very similar. And speaking of similar to Spider-Verse, let's talk about Wanda.
Where is Vision? Where is Vision? Where is Vision?
Someone please explain, because White Vision or any other Vision was nowhere to be seen in that movie. I just want to know, where's another Vision at? Back to Wanda. Wanda is pretty much right back where she started at WandaVision, except instead of ensnaring a bunch of people in a fake town, she's like roasting apple trees and becoming poisoned by the Darkhold, which has poisoned her brain into thinking, if I can just take America Chavez, I can go live with these other boys. I'm pretty sure the Darkhold is just a secret code for watching Into the Spider-Verse, because her motivation is very similar to Kingpin in that movie. It takes a slightly different angle with the idea of dreamwalking and possessing your other self, but ultimately, Wanda's plan is to open a portal and get her family back. And so that's my only gripe about Wanda, because everything else with her is full-on intimidating. She's just this unstoppable force who is getting more and more desperate to have her way, and she is just taking out people left and right, and she's busting out of the mirror dimension, which was one of my favorite parts, by the way, and most memorable, taking out the Illuminati.
What about that Illuminati, though?
The Illuminati felt like a giant fan service attempt without actually having to show the Illuminati ever flexing their full potential. The whole thing felt like an extremely secret film shoot where none of the actors were ever in the same room together, and then they were placed side by side digitally, so something felt hollow about it. But they made Krasinski Mr. Fantastic! And we got Yellow Chair Xavier, and not Brie Larson, and British Bake Off, and the Tuning Fork guy. I know, and if that makes you excited, I'm all for it, dude. I was just hoping to see the group hold their ground a little longer against Wanda, but she just starts immediately picking them off because of dumb arrogance. So that just made them seem a little weak, even though it's meant to show how dangerous Wanda is and how arrogant the Illuminati are. Xavier was the best one in my opinion. Poor guy's like,
Okay, I guess I'll be the only one to actually try and get this girl out of this other one's head.
but Wanda's just like, rip. What about the music battle? I really didn't like this sequence, but Chris, our editor on the other hand, he loved it.
Yes.
So I think this is one of those you either love it or hate it scenarios. To me, it was such a large build-up to Strange standing face-to-face with a very dangerous version of himself. So I thought, oh man, now it's gonna get scary. It just kind of turned into more of a,
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force, but by our skills with sheet music throwing!
I just did not expect that at all.
What was your favorite?
Wong. End of sentence. Wong is becoming my favorite character. He makes me happy. He's turning into this solid sorcerer supreme. And after they hyped this movie about being super scary and violent, I was nervous the whole time Wong was on screen because I was afraid they were gonna kill him off. They teased it a lot of times, but my man Wong survives. He's like, yes, Wong.
What was your other favorite?
Zombie Strange was my other favorite thing. I liked how he had to use the Darkhold to get back just to fight Wanda, so I thought that was a really clever reversal that I did not expect. But he also just looked so freaky. He's like this Evil Dead sorcerer with all these Sam Raimi-like ghosts flying around, and he had this like real snappy body language when he speaks to America. It was just so creepy. I thought that was really cool.
Any most favorites?
Bruce Campbell's "It's Over!" absolutely killed it. At first, I was really disappointed with the Bruce Campbell cameo because it was so short. You know, I was just like, when they're walking away from him and he's punching himself, it was funny, but I was like, man, I hope that's not it. And so when they brought it back for the final credits, I don't remember laughing so hard at an MCU after credits bit. So well done, after credits people.
Was there anything else you didn't like?
Bad wigs, green screen shots, the two boys saying, Mom, come here, Mom, please, come over here, Mom, come over here, please. When she's like standing right there, she's looking at you, what else do you want her to do? I mean, just nitpicky stuff, I guess.
But what was the point?
Things that were repeated in this movie were, are you happy? And you had to be the one holding the knife. These comments relate to both Doctor Strange and Wanda. Both are holding on to something dear to them. Strange keeps wearing his broken watch and reveals that he always wished it could have worked out with him and Christine. And Wanda is still suffering from her loss, but the Darkhold tells Wanda everything you lost can be yours again. The temptation to interfere and take what you want is holding the knife. America tells Strange in the multiverse, rule number 1 is forget everything you think you know. She's saying give up the knife. And after they see the error in their ways, they begin to let go. It's a pretty standard conclusion, I guess. Wanda lets go knowing her boys will be loved, and Strange lets go knowing Christine will be loved. Wanda does the right thing and gives up control, removing herself and destroying the Darkhold from all universes. And Strange shows he's letting go of the knife when he finally bows to Wong after refusing to give Wong the satisfaction earlier in the film. He asks Wong if he is happy. And Wong says, I remain grateful about this universe even with its tribulations. And I think that is the point. Do your best to remain grateful no matter what pain you've suffered, because obsessing over the past does not bring happiness. After Strange hears this, he fixes the broken watch, he puts it away, and immediately grows a higher perspective by physically opening his mind's eye in his forehead. That's how I interpreted it. I mean, that's either symbolic of finding enlightenment or just a convenient after effect of the heavy toll from the Darkhold. I don't know, maybe Doctor Strange just has a third eye, and that's always been canon, but I took it as symbolic meaning. Go watch Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's got the third eye thing too. Okay, so those are my thoughts. I mean, this movie was very packed, so I'm sure I may have skipped something. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you liked or didn't like, or anything that I forgot to mention. Did you like the movie? Did it freak you out? Did it get you fired up for more Sam Raimi? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that junk. And as always, we hope to see you next time. Bye!